All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? Game 4. Happy Cinco de Mayo to you, even though it's kind of over. This game was technically played on Cinco de Mayo. Portland Trailblazers up 2-1 against the Denver Nuggets. Now, I want to salute both of these teams. They had a classic Game 3. This game wasn't classic worthy, but it was still a damn good basketball game. Denver knows what's at stake. You lose this game, you're down 3-1, and Denver probably would win Game 5. And then Portland probably close this thing out in 6. Tying this thing up at 2 creates so many different dynamics. I think changes each team's approach going into Game 5. So let's get into it, man. Portland, that thing was rocking for Game 4 as the two teams faced off again. And it got up to a very wacky start. Look at this play. The first 2 points from Denver in this fashion as Jamal Murray literally is behind the goal. That counts, ladies and gentlemen. The first 2 points for Denver. Now, this shot wasn't as tough, but still a very tough shot. Portland would get hot as CJ McCollum drills the 3. Now, Damian Lillard's like, I don't want to be outdone. Let me get one in. He drills one. Denver's up a point here. Damian Lillard looking fine and going to Zach Collins, getting it back. Good fake there from Dame, and he drills a 3. Dame had a pretty good basketball game. He has struggled the last couple games in this series, and he had a pretty good one here. We'll get more into Damian Lillard shortly. At the end of the first and all of the second, it was all about Seth Curry. As his brother struggled over the weekend, it was Seth Curry lighting it up from the field for 3. He had a phenomenal second quarter. Seth Curry would finish with 16 points, most of them coming in the second as he drills another 3. He puts Portland up 6. They're up 4. Seth, they're running plays for him now. Another screen set to free up Seth Curry, who drills a 3. He's on fire. And at the end of the second, it's Damian Lillard looking. The passes goes wide, and Seth will pick it up and drill the buzzer beater 3. Portland goes up 6 into the locker room. Seth Curry carrying the Blazers in the second, out the gate in the third. It will be a lot of facilitating from Jokic. Him and Jamal Murray will play that 2 game. They're so good together. That chemistry is only growing between those guys. Jokic would make some phenomenal passes in the third quarter. Another triple-double for him. He had 11 assists. That one to Paul Millsap, who had 21 points in the game. Now with 30 seconds to go in the third, Monte Morris would miss. Miles Plumlee wouldn't. 87-79. Denver's up 8 here. The Blazers would make a run. That thing would start off from CJ McCollum. He kicked his run off, a 3, and then a step back 3 of Malik Beasley. CJ McCollum getting that Blazers offense going. He'd bring them back. Jamal Murray would miss. Jokic would get it back, and Murray right place, right time. It's a 4-point game. 91-88, Denver's up. Murray answering the run from CJ with now a 3 of his own. Denver's back up 6. Now CJ would give the torch to Damian Lillard. It's Dame time. He'll drill 1-3. Get this thing down to a 3-point game. 5 and some change to go. It's Damian Lillard going right past Gary Harris for 2 3-point game, ladies and gentlemen. Another good one in Portland. Jokic looking fine. Another great pass from Jokic. This time to Will Barton, who drills a 3. I called out Will Barton, and boy did he respond. Another great pass from Jokic right in the pocket to Barton, who drills another 3. Denver's up 3 with a minute to go. Jokic again, this time in the Gary Harris. Some of the best passes you'll see from a big guy, 7-footer, making some unbelievable passes. Portland's now in a do-or-die situation. They're down 6 with under a minute to go. Rodney Hood drills a 3. Damian Lillard would get fouled and miss the first free throw. Now he would make the second. Portland's down 2. They got to play the foul game, and they would foul Jamal Murray like 3 times. And he would go to the line and drill every free throw. And that's all she wrote, folks. Not a lot of action in that last 30 seconds or so. Just a lot of free throws. The Denver Nuggets steal Game 4. That was Portland's game to win. And they didn't win it, ladies and gentlemen. Both Portland and Philadelphia put themselves in positions at home to win Game 4 and take a commanding 3-1 lead. And they both failed to do so. The road team won both games on Cinco de Mayo. Big game from Jamal Murray. He led the team in scoring with 34 points. That kid is growing up, man. Me and one of my friends have a Jamal Murray and Devin Booker debate going on. And I always say I'm a Jamal Murray guy over Devin Booker. I just think he is a more effective NBA player. My friend's a Devin Booker guy. Man, Jamal Murray is making me look good. 34 points from him. I already told you Jokic went triple-double again. 21 points, 12 rebounds, 11 big assists. We saw like 5 or 6 of his great assists in that basketball game that helped seal this win for the Denver Nuggets. One little tidbit here. Jokic it looked like he had some type of lower leg injury as he was making a beautiful pass at the end of the game. I'm not sure if it's something that the Nuggets will have to take serious or not. I know he's been logging a lot of minutes. He played, what, 65 minutes in Game 3 in that 4 overtime thriller. And then to turn around and have to play a really tight, how many minutes did Jokic get up? 39 minutes right after 65 minutes like a day and a half ago. That's a lot of minutes for a guy who's 7 feet tall and moves around pretty nifty on the perimeter. We'll see how his body holds up. And I'm sure he's going to play in Game 5 with his team tied at 2 games, and they got that home court back. So just like Toronto, Denver has stolen home court back. I told you guys about Damian Lillard. He did play better. Still 9 for 22 from the field, but did put up 28 points, 7 assists. CJ McCollum has been the best Portland Trailblazer thus far, in my opinion. He gave you 29 more points. Enes Kanter, 5 points, 10 rebounds. Not his greatest game. Apparently his separated shoulder got more separated after last game. He claims a couple questionable plays from Jokic. I just think Jokic is banging with him. Yeah, we're tied at 2, ladies and gentlemen. Portland Trailblazers, Denver Nuggets look like this thing is going 7 games. That's what I'm predicting. I think this is a 7-game series. I think I predicted 6, and I think I predicted Portland in 6. Again, my prediction is still in play, but I just wouldn't doubt if this one went 7. We know it's going at least 6 as the Denver Nuggets take game numero 4, 116-112, as we head back to Denver, Colorado for game Cinco de Mayo. Y'all know what I meant. I'm out.
I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
Got the kids, they you are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now,
Mr.Taliaferro.
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 Mr. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.